All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Daddy Stagg Day. So what we have going on here is we've got 3 years of Stagg, 24, 23, and 22, head to head. Each class has been labeled. Unfortunately, look, we all know these are Stagg, and they're all GTS. We don't know which one is which. There is an answer key over there. I can kind of see it, but we're not going to look. You're not allowed to look at the bottom of your glass to see what color it is. I don't know what the order is. You just stack rank 1, 2, or 3. Which is your favorite year of Stagg?
This is my favorite. This.
Oh,
this,
yeah,
this
yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And it's there's a little bit left in these bottles. I mean, a little bit. This one doesn't have much in it for some reason. That one
might have gotten.
That one's dead.
That
one's dead.
Killed. We've been lucky enough to be able to have 3 years of Staggs. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can find it, especially if you can find it for MSRP or around that, do it. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah. I call them horseshoes. Right, they're horseshoes. When you look into a bottle, it's horseshoe. Maybe there's a little bit of effort, maybe there's a little bit of time put into it, but at the end of the day, there's a significant amount of horseshoe. We call him a horseshoe Ron for a reason. It's a new thing, but hey. So what do you know? What do you know?
Well, I mean, I just went through and smelled them, and just on a quick nosing, this glass seemed to be my favorite. But, I mean, that was kind of cursory.
Interesting. They are quite different. The last one's got some thump to it.
See, that's one thing. I don't think any of these
are not different necessarily.
Feel like they're like have the heft that George T. Stagg has. Smelling these whiskeys, I wouldn't go out on a limb and say, "Oh, hey, this is 130 proof whiskey."
Yeah, exactly.
And these are getting a hit. I think
the little guy in this batch is 135, right? And then 136, and then the 138.7 or 8 or whatever. Oh, let's get into it. Let's see what we got.
Man.
Holy crap.
I mean, this is what bourbon is supposed to taste like.
Holy caramel bomb, a touch of apple and spice and wood. Wow. This might be, at the end of this blind, this actually might be more fun top 10 day. I mean, that entrance was unbelievable. I got a ton of caramel, some apple, and then spice, and just this nice long wood, sweet wood backer right now going.
I got a hit of cherry right on the tip of my tongue, and then it went to this weird like Sprite note, and then it came to grape towards the mid and back palate with just the sides flooded with oak.
Interesting.
That's
cool. I didn't get quite that experience. Now, see, why you always get the cool stuff, right? I didn't get no grape, and I ain't never got no Sprite before.
And I still am getting that grape right in the mid palate.
I wish.
With some of the wood along the sides of my palate. It's woo. And while you don't get that ethanol in the mouth, I am definitely getting the hug.
Yeah, I didn't get it in the mouth. It's in the hug here.
Yep.
Like I can feel it in my throat and here just a little bit. I took a real small sip.
Very good mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
Oh, unbelievable. Like delectable. Like I realized these are probably only half-ounce pours, and I think I might have given us too much.
Yeah, probably. But
I might be here a little while after this filming, and something, I'm going to be happy.
Oh.
Happy, joy. Happy, joy.
This one's a little fruitier on the nose to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting less wood on the nose and less spice in the nose.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
So this one was very fruity up front, and then a really good thump of spice, oak.
See, I'm getting less spice on this one,
Really?
but I am getting like an effervescent, like I don't know why I keep
I have the
going back to
tongue.
this.
I have the tongue tinglies.
Yeah, there's some tongue tinglies going on there. It was a big hit of fruit up front, but for some reason I keep getting this like Sprite note, like cherry Sprite. I don't know what's wrong with me.
We have a new name for him, Sprite.
It's weird. That's what it's kind of tasted. I mean, it's delicious.
I think it's awesome. It's just lasting.
And then there is that wood backer that you're gonna get on whiskey that's this kind of age. See, I didn't get the thump though. I think this one seemed like it had a little more heft to me than this one. Still getting that hug, but it just, I don't know.
When the spice came in, like when I say thump, I don't know that the intensity was different, but when the whiskey shifted its flavor profile for me, it came in like the fruit was done and it's spice and wood time. It was interesting. And maybe when I go back and forth, it may change. We'll have to see.
I mean, pick a winner between.
I don't know. I have
Here's my winner.
Yeah, the winner. All three of them.
I think the winner's us.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that one's interesting. So this one's
more vanilla to me.
a little like more creme brulee, like vanilla. I got a little caramel, but then shifted right into vanilla. There was like a herbal like grass or something for a split second.
Yeah, see, I didn't.
And then the spice, like this one, I feel like the spice is less.
I think the spice is less. I'm getting a little more oak towards the back palate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting any fruitiness on this at all.
No, I didn't get fruit.
I mean, maybe towards the very back of the palate, it tastes like if you've already eaten that popsicle and you just are chewing on the stick at the end. The wood, but that just has that little bit of
sweetness
residue from the popsicle. That, like, there's no popsicle to this, but a little bit of that, like, flavor that's left on that stick.
That's on the stick.
Yep, that's what I'm getting towards the back. That's the only fruit bit that I'm getting here. I get a lot of vanilla up front.
Now, after having tasted this on the nose, it's very vanilla forward.
I am getting a little bit of those tongue tinglies. This one might be the simplest to me, as in it's not transitioning as much as the other ones did.
But it's really good.
But what it is doing is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like, the different notes, I think there's fewer notes, but they're distinguishable.
Yeah. But what the notes are doing are really good. And if you like that traditional, like, vanilla kind of caramely profile, you will love that. Where if you like that fruitier kind of note getting in, you're probably going to lean more towards those two. Wow. Oh. Wow. Huh.
Yeah. Way more fruit.
I think this is 23.
Way more fruit.
Yes.
Way more fruit on the middle one. But then the spice is starting to develop some complexity to it. Like, it's not pepper, there's baking spice, there's a few other different things in there. I don't know what they are. I can't
see. For me, it's mostly wood spice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a
It's really good. It's lasting on a palate.
Oh yeah.
Exceptionally long. And it's drinking really easy.
It's funny. These are drinking very, very easy
Well, we had them.
for what they are, but I keep going back to my water because I know these are.
Well, I'm going back to my water. I kind of try to cleanse my palate so
Get
I
some
can
of them because
distinguish and other stuff.
they last, and that's the problem when you're doing whiskeys of this caliber back to back. That's one thing we notice in our blind for the best of the year is they all sit on your palate for so long and coat. It becomes hard to cleanse your palate enough to get it all so they're not influencing each other.
I have a new term. It's whiskey drinker problems. When you have too many good whiskeys back to back and they start blending together, that's officially a whiskey drinker problem. Brought to you by AM Whiskey.
Well, what I would say, I think this is 24.
It's full of all kinds of stuff, huh?
24, 22, 23. I am probably so wrong. It's not even funny. What I would say is I think when you're drinking a whiskey of this caliber, it's nice to just get that whiskey and sit with it and live with that. Live in that lane for a while rather than trying to go hit 3 or 4 hitters, you know. And if you are going to have, you know, 1 or 2 different ones, put a nice little distance in behind so you can fully enjoy and experience each whiskey for what it has. Just food for thought. That's my opinion. Obviously, I don't follow it since we're drinking 3 really good whiskeys here.
Okay, let me ask you the $1 billion question. Can you stack rank? And can you give a point value? We'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take some time and come back for this.
All right. Who do you want to go with? You or me? Because we're going to probably be totally flipped.
We are a little bit different, it looks like.
Very different. Okay,
So,
we'll do
it doesn't matter.
So the first, we'll just go in order left to right. So this is my second place glass.
That is also my second place.
We agree on second place. So second place is green. Would you like to know what your green is?
I would like to know what my green is.
Green is 2023.
Okay.
Green is 2023. I think that's the 136.1.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to know what the middle glass or the last glass is?
Well, we'll go left to right. What's the middle glass? Your first place, my third place.
My first place, Aaron's third place. 2022. This is the high proof one, the 138.
Okay.
This is the 2022. I had to pause for quite some time to look at the thingamabobber over there.
To get the,
well, I did it. I did it in a certain sequence so that I could remember and get back count on years based on what was on the bottom. So then this one is red. No, because we never looked at the bottom. I didn't know which was which. Red is a 2024.
Yeah. And again, I think you could easily flip any of these. I thought these two were pretty darn similar.
Oh, they are. Yes.
And fantastic.
Yes.
Just tonight, this was the profile that just hit me better. Yeah. These are fruitier. I tend to lean towards less fruity whiskeys and more vanilla caramel whiskeys.
If you had to score these whiskeys, what's the range?
I would give this... I think I would give this an 8.8 and these two 8.7s.
Okay, I would have said 9.1, 9.0, and 8.8.
Okay.
I'm a Stagg guy. I'm a tater, right? I mean, it's Daddy Stagg Day, and I like me some Stagg.
It is.
I really like it.
They are very good. I am just trying to be a little stricter in my scoring. I don't want to put anything in the 90s unless I feel like this is
like one of the best whiskeys you've ever had.
This is fire.
That's an excellent idea.
This is something that I just think is a surefire top 3 whiskey of the year.
All 3 of these whiskeys have been in the top 10. One of these was tied for third, right, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They're all
thank you for enjoying our last 3 years of Stag Battle. It's been fun for us. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. What's your favorite stag? Which one have you always wanted to try?
Have you gotten one?
Right. What would you like to say, right? Give me some comments. We'd love to talk to you. Until then, till next time, keep the whiskey flowing.
Cheers. And feel free to bring the hate. We know we're insanely lucky to have 3 batches of Stagg.
Horseshoe.
But we love you.
Horseshoe. Daddy Stagg! Daddy Stagg! Daddy Stagg! Daddy Stagg! Are we gonna cut it?
Nah.
Nah. It's Daddy Stagg!
Could use
Daddy
this.
Stagg!
Could use this as
Daddy
outtakes.
Stagg!
We just gotta be mindful that it doesn't overheat.
See? I kind of already know where I am, like, point range between all 3. It's more figuring out which is the one I like most and which is the one I like second. And it's very hard. I mean, it's what's really cool is they're all 3 are excellent whiskey, right? These are all going to be rated very, very good to excellent. The question is, which flavor profile do you like? Are you a vanilla guy, a fruit guy, or a caramel?
That's where I'm having the most difficulty is I think I'm leaning towards this as my favorite because it is more my traditional flavor profile.
So you're a vanilla guy.
I do. I like those flavors, but these are doing some really nice things, and it might actually be taking me on a bigger journey. So it depends on, like, on any given day, my stack ranking could change on these.
All right. Well,
What I'm going to say is I think these 2 are very similar, where I think this one does a little something different.
I concur. The one on the far right, this guy, is more unique when compared to all 3. These 2, the difference between these 2 is the opening, and then the back half of the experience is really similar.
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, I am too.